Hi there! This is take number 2. Yeah, I got pretty far with the last time, and then I looked up and I'm like, it's not recording. Ah, crap, I have it on camera. So pretty much all I did was take a picture of me. But hi, I'm Jennifer. I live in Ohio, Central Ohio. If you're hearing noise in the background, that's my 3 children. They're off school today because it's not snowing. We have sub-zero temperatures, and that is before the wind chill is accounted for. I think they said it was like -9 or something. I haven't checked recently because I made up my mind that I was not going to leave the house today. It's too cold to go outside. It is bad when my husband's like, hey, look, on the inside door jamb, there's frost forming from outside. I'm like, great. That tells me I'm not going anywhere. And I also went out last night, and I noticed my coat was getting so old it crinkled, and it usually doesn't do that. So I decided to stay inside. But it's been a while since the last podcast. I've just been busy with life and all that, and I decided I'd do this every 2 weeks because it's a lot less stressful for me. And as you know, I'm a knitter, crocheter, spinner, and I have ADHD. And because of my ADHD, I start a lot of things, I don't finish a lot of things, and I get distracted easily by shiny objects. That's pretty much the gist of it. And I like my coffee. Yes, that's actually how I self-medicate, but that's how I do it. That's how I've lived, so I'm good with that. And I've also never got the shakes from it. So, anyway, so I was watching, between last podcast and now, I was watching Lauren of Lolo Did It. She was talking about bullet journals and how they helped her organize stuff and that. And I'm like, what is a bullet journal? I've always been interested in organization. That's Patrick and Catherine fighting. Guys, stop. I'm recording.
You know what? I see something.
And so I decided with the go look into bullet journals. I hate journals. I hate diaries. I've tried to do them. I'm never very good at it. I do them for about a day or two, and then I'm like, this is the same old. Yeah, it doesn't work. But anyway, I went and started looking at bullet journals, and they were created by Ryder Carroll, if you want to go look for them. And I think they're great. He has ADHD also. It's kind of like a place where you can store all your ideas and sort them and that. Because like when you have ADHD or ADD, your thoughts just go a mile a minute. It's kind of like that old video game with the space shooter that keeps shooting stuff. And yeah, it gets overwhelming at times. And this has helped a lot. First few days of using it, I was driving home, and I'm like, I haven't forgotten anything. This is scary. Forgetting stuff. Because I got to the point where I was just telling people, I'm like Dory. You got about 3 seconds of my attention. So anyway, I started a bullet journal. This is it. It's not very glamorous. It just has lines and all that. So it works for me. And also, since last podcast, I had a birthday on January 22nd. And so I took a few days off work, like 5. And I decided I wanted to go to the yarn shop down in Columbus. It's at Kinney Center Mall, and it's near OSU, I'm assuming. Because when I went there with my friend Michelle, they had a 4-foot section displayed full of OSU colors, which are scarlet and gray. Yeah, I lived in Ohio a long time, and I can't remember that. But anyway, so they had a lot of scarlet and gray stuff out on display, and so it was a really nice store. It it's more the medium priced yarn store. Don't go there expecting to find a whole lot of indie dyed yarn or more expensive stuff. If you want that kind of stuff, go to Knitting Temptations in Dublin. They're more the higher class knitting store. Or go to, it doesn't seem as high class, but 614 Knit Studio is has some higher quality yarn, indie dyed yarns and stuff too. They're just a lot smaller space and don't have quite as much. But this is good for like my budget because I don't need to buy all that expensive stuff. They had acrylics, they had Barocco, they had some sock yarn and stuff. It was a pretty good mix. It's more my kind of place. I like the expensive stuff, but I work at Walmart. My husband works at a popcorn factory. We're not going to be able to afford all that. So, and I've probably spent too much this year. So anyway, me and Michelle went there and I picked up a few things. I'll show you those in the acquisitions. And then Friday was my birthday. My husband took me out for date night. Actually, our date nights aren't actually at night. We leave about 11 o'clock in the afternoon. And we went down to a place called Smith's Sausage House in Columbus. If you want to find it, you can look for it on the internet or look up the episode of Man vs. Food Columbus. It's in there. And yes, the cream puffs they serve there. They're my favorite part about going there. I love the sausage. I love all the German food. It's a German food place. I have German heritage. I like it. But anyway, the cream puffs they serve there are about this big and overflowing with cream. They're delicious. We love them. And apparently it was restaurant week in Columbus. So there was like a really good deal going on too. So we got a little more food than we usually do. So I had like enough food for 2 days. Which made lunch great the day I took it. So, but yeah, and then we went and saw Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse. That was awesome. I love that movie. There's probably some people that won't like it because I don't know why, but I like weird stuff, and it was weird enough that I liked it. It wasn't too weird. It's just my husband didn't like it because it looked like it's supposed to be 3D, and that effect just kept messing with him the entire time. Hold on, I'm going to take a drink. It's very dry in this house, and yeah, this is just coffee, sugar, and some Great Value brand creamer, which I kind of like, but I'd rather have my coffee made French vanilla, but this works. Oh, and it's in one of my Hogwarts mugs. I got this at Walmart. It's about the size of my head. I like it. Anyway, so that's what I did for my birthday. And I've just been busy with all that and knitting and getting my life organized and in order. And we spent about 2 hours on Saturday after that cleaning house, which we still have a lot to go, but we're working on it. So, and you'd probably be interested into getting into what all I've been working on. But before I get into that, I found something while I was cleaning that I wanted to show you. You hear everyone talk about gauge, but nobody shows you what happens if you don't follow gauge or check your gauge. Well, I found something that shows you what happens if you don't check your gauge. And most people do like a gauge swatch like this or like a square. I don't do that. I get like how wide it's supposed to be and leave it at that. This is Catherine. Say hi, Catherine.
Hi.
This is my youngest, my only girl. And honey, I'm busy now, so I need you to go, okay? Say bye.
Bye.
But anyway, so I found something while we were cleaning that I keep trying to forget about. It was the first okay, it's the only mitten I ever knit. And strangely enough, I think I made 2 of these thinking my dad could wear them. Yeah, no, they're too big. My husband says, oh, they're an over mitten. You can just wear them over something else. I just look at them, shake my head, but that's just me. But anyway, these are the first mittens I ever made. I did not check gauge because at that time I figured, well, I keep knitting at the gauge everybody calls for in the pattern, so why check the gauge? This is why you check the gauge. If you can see that. If you need more proof of how big this thing is, this is my hand. I have a small hand. I will admit that. But this, okay, I'll take it down. That's where my thumb is. This is, yeah, this thing is huge. I did not check gauge on this. I did not check it at all. And the weird part is I knit a second mitten. So I have a second one of these floating around somewhere. I did not use double points on this. I knit this, if you can kind of see, because I seamed it up the side. But this was knit on straight needles. So you can knit a mitten on straight needles. And this is what happens when you do not check your gauge on before you start a project. Yeah. At least get the width, because 9 times out of 10 in most patterns they'll tell you knit to a certain length. So if you get the width right, you're pretty good. This, I didn't check anything, so it's horrible. But that should make you feel better if you're a beginning knitter on something. Nobody gets it right on the first time. Sometimes I don't even get it right till about the 3rd or 4th. I've had times where I've ripped out stuff like 3 or 4 times. Anyway, I got a lot of finished objects. I finished stuff. Okay, granted it's baby stuff, but still. I have a friend who has a baby coming in February. I had to get it done. And my husband looked at me and was like, what you need to get done first, you should do that first, then you can work on your other stuff. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. You cannot argue with logic. I tried to, but you can't. So, let me scoop my chair over here and get out all my baby stuff I worked on. So, the first thing I finished, because I was going to take something and work on it at swim lessons last week, and I couldn't do it. Not last week, the week before. I was going to work on my sock, but my wrist was bothering me and stuff, so I just took a side cast on a little baby hat. This is the Hipster pattern by Tin Can Knits. It's the one where, if you look at it on Ravelry, it's done this way, but I much prefer it like this. So this is a little baby hat. It's 0 to 6 months. So if it's a little big, that's okay. That's my theory with most things. If it's too big for a baby, they will grow into it. Which you will see that in a minute. But yeah, this yarn, hold it up. It's neon green with some gold and darker green flecks. This is Baniki Baby. And I really liked working with this yarn. It was great. It's I got this yarn at Hobium Yarns. It's one of my first yarn haul videos. I don't remember which one it was, which video it was. If I remember, I will try to put it in the show notes, which video I had this yarn in, because I had to search through a couple of my videos to figure out what yarn this was. They do not sell this yarn anymore. There's something similar on there that you can find. It's not this color, but this is really soft and nice. So the other type they sell, because should be good. It's Kartopu Baniki Baby. So mostly Kartopu yarn is really good. But yeah, this turned out really nice. And then I knit a baby sock. And I was using the Sockmaticians toe-up sock pattern for it. And I was going off directions from Tin Can Knits on the measurements for the baby sock. For, I thought it was 0 to 6 months. This is more like 6 to 18 months. This is a little big. And if you don't believe me, here's a sock for a baby that I knit. As you can see, there's a slight little difference. This is more what I was going for. This is what I got the first time. So, I only have one of each done. I'm finishing up this one first, and then I will do this one as soon as I remember what the measurements are, but I have them written down, so we're not in trouble. But yeah, these are nice and soft and worked up great. So I definitely recommend, hold on. I don't talk a lot. This YouTube video is what pushes me out of my comfort zone, so I'm trying. But yeah, I really recommend this Hobium yarn, baby yarn. Like I said, they don't carry the Baniki baby anymore, but they carry other ones, Kartopu baby yarns, and they have some that look very similar to this. I would just try them, and they should be about the same. That's always been my experience. So I got those done. So, and then the next thing, I'm trying to look at show notes and got my purple pen. So we talked about that. Sorry. But the next thing I just finished today. I've been working on it mainly because I wanted to get it done. And I thought it'd take a lot longer. It took me 10 days to knit this. And granted, I'm a fairly fast knitter, and I was just working on it at night when I felt like it. So it could go quicker, it could go slower, just depends on the person. But I made the baby vertebrae cardigan. It's a frontless cardigan, and I made it out of the Tivoli yarn that I got from Hobbii yarns that I ordered back around Thanksgiving. You can check it out in my Hobbii yarn haul video, which everybody seems to really enjoy, but this is super soft. It is so soft. It'll be great as a baby sweater, and it turned out great and it's self-striping. I did not realize that when I got it, and when I was looking, I saw all these different colors. It's wound up in a ball. They didn't say it's self-striped. It's like, oh, cool, that'll work. So yeah, it did all this striping itself. So it's a little 0 to 3 months. I do not do newborn size. They grow out of them too quick. And if you're like me and have a child that is like 9 pounds, they grow out of 0 to 3 months in about a week. These people, last baby was kind of small, so hopefully their baby doesn't grow out of this too quick. But yeah, I really recommend this pattern also. It's pretty simple and easy. Again, I got the idea from Lolo did it when she did it, and it turned out pretty good. I'm not sure I did 100% perfect, but I'm happy with it, and they're not knitters, so we're good. It looks good. It'll look cute. I was hoping, I think it's pretty neutral looking. It has orange and yellow and blue. But yeah, it's a cute little baby sweater. And that's all my finished objects for this time. So, moving on to my works in progress. I worked on my flax sweater when I was bored with that. Me get bored with a project. Can you imagine? Okay, my only complaint about this bag, it's a little hard to get open sometimes. It'll loosen up as I use it, but as you can see, I don't use it very much. And so I think the last video, because I was looking before I got on here in podcast, I was about here with my sleeves. I am now this far. I have a short sleeve shirt if I wanted to. But yeah, it's just slow going, and I get bored. But I have found a way to... Okay, so I gotta tell you this because I found it really interesting. I've been watching a lot of videos on how to ADHD. And what I have been doing to finish my projects is I get a timer, which my phone has one. I don't have to buy one. I'm trying really hard not to buy stuff. But what I've been doing with my knitting and some of my housework and everything is I set a timer, and I got this off ADHD. This is not my idea. I'm not this smart. Is I set a timer for 25 minutes. I knit for 25 minutes, and then I get a 5-minute break where I don't knit. I can just do whatever. And then if I want to, I go back and do another 25 minutes of knitting and get another 5-minute break, so on. It's really helped me get a lot done. I mean, I got a hat and 2 socks and a baby cardigan, and yeah, the sleeve isn't half done, but I got more than I did. So hopefully it works. Maybe tonight I'll use it and try to finish up that other baby sock, because I have it started, and you will see that in a minute. But that's what I've been doing to get my projects done. I don't know if that'll help you guys with your knitting projects or not. It might. Give it a try. If all else fails, you find out you hate it, you don't do it. But anyway, yeah, this is coming along real good. I got a partial sleeve, so hopefully I'll have a sleeve done by next time. If not, that's my fault. So, been working on that, and that is made out of that Red Heart ombre in the spearmint color. It's a worsted weight. It's done on, I think I'm on size 8 needles at the moment, and it's just coming along good. Next thing I got to show you, I did work a little bit on my Loom knit sock. That is now, so anyway, this is my knitting loom. I got a second one. I just remembered that, and I did not bring it out here to show you, but it looks exactly like this one except for the little turn knob. But this is my Desert Vista Dye Works sock, and okay, so the dyer is Desert Vista Dye Works. Okay, give me another drink here. Like I said, it's really dry in here, and the heater vent is like right there. But this is Desert Vista Dye Works. It's her self-striping yarn. I'm calling the colorway Orca because I can't remember what the heck the colorway was. Wait a minute. Oh! Guess where I keep the yarn labels at? I stick them down here in the middle of the ball, so I always have them. So, this color is Orcas. I was right. The colorway is Orcas. I feel stupid. Oh well, not the first time. Anyway, let me turn it up like this so you can kind of see. It starts off at this gray, and then it goes into this light lavender blue, and then this dusky purple, white, and black, and then it goes back through the colors again. So, Lord willing, next time I will have a finished sock. Maybe. I don't know. I need to finish this up because I really want another pair of wool socks. I found out I like them really well. And I have like one pair I've been wearing because my other pair got tossed in the washing machine. And it's not so bad they got tossed in the washing machine. I don't care about that. I knit them a little too small. So now I have socks that I get them on to a certain point and then I can't get them on. And I either A, have to send them to my mother to wear, or B, I gotta hand wash them and then I pull them so they're stretched out so I can wear them. I guess you could say they're snug fitting, but anyway, so I have like one pair I've been wearing, and they're ones I don't really care for. They're called Rose City Rollers. Of course, I guess I could finish my Halloween socks also, but anyway, so I've been working on that. And the other thing I started, and we were watching Goosebumps 2. That's another birthday thing we decided to do one night. We watched the second Goosebumps, which I really liked. And so I worked on up until the heel, and I figured out, okay, the movie is more interesting than, and my knitting has gotten more complicated. So I have a baby sock. And I'm going to do something really crazy, but it's me. Because I've been going around going, baby sock, do 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 do, baby sock, do 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 do. It's stuck in my head. I'm sorry. But anyway, so yeah, I've gotten to the heel, and I'm doing the turn for the heel, and it's not something I can do, sit and watch TV too closely. I just got to concentrate on turning the heel, and then once I get back to knitting, I can. I also cannot knit in a dark theater. I found that out while trying to watch Black Panther and work on a sock. I gave it up very quickly. All these people can knit in dark theaters. Me? No. It's like me I've been working out, trying to lose weight in that. Me and my husband. And he's like, oh, you should get on the elliptical machine. It won't bother your knee or anything. Yeah, it's one of those things where you'd have to videotape and put it on YouTube because it's so funny trying to watch me do it. I have a certain level of coordination up to a point, and the elliptical machine, my husband's like, oh, once you get it started, it's easy. I could not get that thing started. I'd start it, and then I'd lose my rhythm. It's like me trying to line dance. I don't know my left and right, and the few times I've tried line dancing, I think the one time my friend Nikki wanted to kill me in high school because I screwed her up, and she knew her left and right. She's trying to teach me. So, yeah, there's just certain things I cannot do. Yes, sweetheart.
Daddy not want me to do it.
Well, do I need to turn the video game off?
No.
Then you two go work it out.
I just
Okay.
want some more time.
Catherine, go play with Matthew. And my child is crying. It happens. I told him I was podcasting. Anyway. So I did that one. I did my Loom knit socks. And I got some, when I went to eat my next project, which is in my funky Harry Potter bag, looks like I'm going to have to edit the video. Hold on a minute. And I'm back. Sorry, I didn't think you wanted to see me deal with my children. I tried already once. Anyway, so when me and Michelle went to the yarn shop, that's what it's called, the yarn shop in Columbus, I picked up some Barocco Ultra Alpaca. It's 50% wool and 50% alpaca, and this is it. I need some knitting for swimming again, so I cast on a hat because I was wanting another hat, and this is it. It's working up great. It's looking cool. It's also really soft. It's so soft. But anyway, I need another hat, so probably like a knee hole in the head, but I need another hat, so I started working on one. I wanted another wool hat. Mine has gone missing. I don't know what happened to it. So, again. But probably once I get some more house cleaned done, I'll find it like I found my ball winder. But, yeah. This color is called Blue Spruce Mix, which I had to look up by going on Love Knitting and looking it up and typing in the number off the ball band, and it told me what color it was. Actually, this feels so good that I wouldn't mind having a sweater made out of it, but which is weird. I looked on their website. They said it was like $13 and it's on sale for $11. I only paid like $7.49 for this at the yarn shop, so I don't know what was going on there. I went with it though. It's really nice yarn. And also, while I was there, I got me some ChiaoGoo 4, 6, and 8 16-inch knitting needles for hats. Because, ooh, that looks like, because I really want some ChiaoGoos because I've been using Knitter's Pride. I don't mind them, but I like the ChiaoGoos better. And I want some ChiaoGoo hat needles. I figured such as kind of splurging for my birthday, I'd get those. So, I now have me some ChiaoGoo hat needles. And this stuff actually has a little bit of a halo, if you can see. But yeah, it'll be nice and warm. Okay, nothing's warm in this weather, but I've been wearing like a store-bought hat that has a fleece lining. I'm sorry, my knitted hats can only be worn when there's not that much wind. So, those are all my whips. And I'm sorry for looking down, but I'm getting me another sip of drink. And I don't know why it got so bright, except maybe it got a little darker outside. Anyway, so while I was there at the yarn shop, I also picked me up something else I saw. It's on sale, which is always nice. And my children or somebody has already gotten a hold of this. But it's a roll of Noro pencil roving. It's like this thin. And I've already started spinning with it, and I have already decided I do not like this drop spindle particularly. I like my other one, my little purple one. I just don't like this one. I don't know what it is. It's like it's a little too heavy, and maybe I just haven't had enough practice, but I really like my other one, my purple one I have. And I'm not sure what to do. So if anybody has any suggestions, can you leave a comment? Because this just seems like it's too heavy and it keeps breaking. My other one, I don't have that problem. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. If I am, could somebody please tell me? Because I have no clue. I'm just kind of winging the spinning thing. But this is really pretty. It goes from this light pink to this dark purple to this yellow to this teal and then back. And it's just really pretty. I think it's going to spin up neat. And then another thing I got is from my friend over, Melody over at Arrowhead Fibers. Is I ordered me a skein of yarn. And here it is. Ain't it pretty? It's like this magenta and then this reddish, dusky reddish color and black and dark purple. It's so pretty. It's so soft. I got her luxury twist base, which is 80% merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. It is so soft. Like my kids, I like soft things. And this is really soft. I love it. And I'm thinking, because I have the Stephen West Pagona shawl pattern. I'm glad this is the last item. The Stephen West Pagona shawl pattern. I might try making this into that. We'll see. I don't know. I just thought it was really pretty. And I can't wait to knit it. But I also have a bunch of other whips I need to get done first. So. And that's about everything I have. If you like this video, tell your friends about it. Click and subscribe, because I could use a little exposure. And if you didn't like this, give me a thumbs down so I know. That's all I have, really. Thanks for coming by and listening. I gotta go deal with some children. It may involve the Xbox game turned off. I'll talk to you next time. Thanks. Bye.